Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video now. As you can tell by the title of this video, Patrick Bamford has gone. Yeah, that's happened. We're going to talk about him last. The first one we're going to talk about is a couple of transfers. So basically, what I do every now and then, or should I say every couple of weeks, I bring you some transfer news based on the Boro. This one normally is on world news, but I just wanted to address some Boro stuff in terms of links that were linked with players that have departed, being 2 players. There's also 2 players that were sort of linked with. One of them that might be coming maybe sometime soon. We did get told that we have got some exciting transfers lined up, ready to obviously be announced to us. So as soon as you find out who they are, I'm sure sometime this week, because of course season starts on Saturday. I'm guessing Tony Pulis and the rest of the team behind the scenes will want to bring these players in, especially if they're an exciting signing. Surely you want them there for the first game of the season against Millwall away. But the first one we're going to talk about is Callum Cook. Now, Callum Cook has never really been in the first team of Middlesbrough. He played a little bit of pre-season. He came on last Tuesday against Rochdale away. He did all right. You know what I mean? He didn't do too badly. He put himself about well, and he probably got a couple of shots off, and that was about it for him. But in terms of his career at Boro, he was also getting loaned out. He probably got sick of being loaned out, so now he's made a permanent move to Peterborough. That's where he's gone. Permanent move to Peterborough on a 2-year deal, so congratulations to him. We say congratulations because, of course, he kept getting moves out, all the time. I should say loans out all the time. Callum Cook was never really in the first team picture ever, really, at Borough, so, good luck, Callum, obviously on the route to Peterborough. I hope it all works out well for you, and good luck for your future. It's a shame that he never really got a chance at Borough, because you know what it is? He isn't a half-bad striker, but is he a championship like sort of level player? You wouldn't think so, would you? So that's how he's gone. He's gone to Peterborough, so good luck to him. The next one is a player that we are linked with. He's actually from QPR of Steve McLaren's team. Obviously, Steve McLaren ex-Borough. Obviously gave us that fantastic day in Cardiff, and took us to many other great victories across the years. But he is now at QPR, and he's Luke Freeman, who is kind of like the creative midfielder. Boro after, because at the minute Boro don't realistically have that creative midfielder. We've never ever really replaced the likes of Lee Tomlin. Never really replaced the likes of Gaston Ramirez. Luke Freeman seems to look like Boro's answer to our new number 10. Now, QPR have got some fines they've got to pay. I think QPR got to pay something like 17 million to the EFL for doing something wrong. But Steve McLaren has come out and said that he isn't in an urge to sell no players. So to me, that sounds like they're pretty much financially stable to pay off this fine and to possibly bring in other players. Luke Freeman, I would say that if he's number 10 creative midfielder, we should realistically go for him, because he isn't a bad player, he's a decent player. But I've been into him now for quite some time. Hearing that Steve McLaren isn't in any sort of rush to get rid of players doesn't necessarily mean that he can't. Doesn't necessarily mean that Boro can't go in for players at QPR. He seems a decent player. I've seen a few clips of him as well. I guess everyone looks alright on YouTube, do you know what I mean? But, Luke Freeman, number 10 creative player. Let's see what happens with him. The next one, and this one's one that I'm seeing quite a bit of. Like last week, I did see a fair bit about this player. It's Brentford player A.J.T. Now, this guy is a decent player. I wouldn't say he's absolutely unbelievable, but at championship level, he can put himself about. You know what I mean? He can put himself about. He can get an assist. He can get a goal. He's only, obviously at Brentford last season, and he didn't really get that many goals. He only got 3 goals last season and 3 assists. So he didn't really have the best of seasons. But they were saying that he was in form. So unless he was doing other things apart from scoring and assisting, that was getting noticed. Apparently that made him in form. But like I say, Sergio Canos, and he's more of one of our wingers. So Boro at the minute bringing in number 10, possibly in Luke Freeman. Sergio Canos, who is obviously a winger, who's he going to be in to replace? Now, of course, Traore is staying since he got that injury. Wolves are pretty much not interested now. I don't see why anybody would want to go in for Traore after he picked up that shoulder injury on Friday night against Sunderland. Does that mean that Sergio Canos is still going to come in? Does that mean he's going to come in and maybe be Traore's replacement whilst he's injured? Or is he going to come in and replace Stuart Downing? He's obviously 34, he's getting older. We don't know this. All we know that Sergio Canos is a name, and yeah, that's as much as we know. He's at Brentford. He got 3 goals and 3 assists last season. Is he going to come in? We don't know. We simply have no idea. Do you know what I mean? Millwall is on Saturday, and until then, us Boro fans are also just waiting about and seeing what's happening, because you know what I mean. We are offloading a lot of our players at the minute, and bringing in only 2 being Paddy McNair and Flint. Even though I'm happy with them 2 players, I still see there's other positions at our club that do need to get filled. Just like the likes of the left midfielder, at the minute a right midfielder, because obviously Traore is now injured. A right back to replace Ryan Shotton. A left back to replace George Friend. Do you know what I mean? I still see 4 positions that perhaps need filling. And at the sound of things, even today, we've done no business in the transfer market, so it's getting a little bit worrying, knowing that Millwall's only so many days away, and that, you know, I know we're going to go there and play the players like Ryan Shot on the right back, George Friend at left back. Are we going to see Stuart down at left midfield? Who's going to play right midfield? You know, these things sort of go through your head. So at the minute, it's still very much up in the air what's going to happen with us. But as far as we know, as fans, we're going to obviously be going to Millwall. But that's as much as we know. Transfer-wise, coming in, we don't know. Going out was probably something that probably hit Boro fans hard. I wouldn't say I'm upset about the deal. I'd say I'm a little bit sort of annoyed by the move. Not in the fact that he's gone to Leeds at all, Patrick Bamford. A little bit annoyed with the management sort of side of it, you know. If it is Tony Pulis and it is Steve Gibson, they've got to sit down and talk about his transfers. To why on earth we've let Patrick Bamford go, for one, I don't understand it, because he was our only, last season you would say, okay, Brett Sambalongo got 15 goals, but he wasn't consistent, whereas Patrick Bamford came in, and it might have been lucky to how he came to our first 11, but when he came in, he made an impact. He was scoring near enough every other game, and even though he made like 47 appearances, most of them were like, maybe it was like 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. And under Gary Monk, he didn't really get much of a look in, but under Tony Pulis, like I say, Rudy Gestalt got injured, but Sambalongo was out. It gave way for Patrick Bamford to come in, and obviously, you know what I mean, he got like something like 6 goals in something like 10 games. You know what I mean, the guy was on fire. Now, we've heard that the deal, and I've actually got it all written down in front of me right here, it was 6.5 million, they reckon, but it could rise to 10 million. He's also signed on a 4-year deal, so obviously we're being 6.5 million, but plus add-ons, it's going to be 10 million pounds. I think Boro paid, I think it was 6 million, but add-ons as well, Boro's at 10, so basically got our money back. But in terms of which striker would I, so say this was last week, and I was asked the question of which striker do you want to let go between, say if we come down to Sambalongo and Patrick Bamford, because if I remember rightly, Sambalongo was linked with Leeds just for like a couple of days, and that kind of went away. I'd have probably offloaded Sambalongo, but listen, I mean, he got a hat-trick at the weekend, so, keep him, why not? But with Patrick Bamford, it's a shame to see him go, because this season I would have liked to see him give him more of a chance, but he's gone. He's gone to Leeds United, so good luck to him for the rest of his career. Good luck at Leeds for Patrick. Leeds United there have got an absolute bargain in Patrick Bamford, especially for the price that he's worth. You know what I mean? So, he can put himself about, he can score goals. He's a very, very good player. So, I wish Patrick Bamford, I wish him all the best of luck, obviously for the future. And yeah, I mean, that's how it goes sometimes in football, but it is disappointing the fact that we have sold him. But I guess now that gives us another 10 million to play with to maybe go out and get the likes of Sergio Canos or, someone else out there in the market that might be available. We're seeing a lot of Vidra now. Vidra was supposed to move to Leeds as well, but apparently the personal terms brought down. He was a little bit sort of unsure because apparently Leeds finished below Derby last season. That's what made him not want to go to Leeds, is the fact that Derby finished above them and he wants to play in the Premier League. Now, if Boro were to go in for him, Boro obviously finished above Derby last season, would that sort of make him think, okay, yeah, Middlesbrough might be a better option? Who knows? But how I see it is sort of like, Vidra's there now. Who knows? I mean, Leeds might go back in for him. We don't know this, but I think it was around £11 million got accepted by Derby for Vidra off Leeds, but his personal terms brought down. So, we don't know. We don't know what the crack is, but that's a player I will go in for 100%, because I think, Sambalongo, although he got a hat-trick the weekend, it was against a non-league side, and he isn't the most consistent striker. Ashley Fletcher's there as well, but he hasn't really proven it for Boro, obviously, at championship level. Gested's pretty much just a signal all the time. So Vidra is a player I would 100% go in for. But like I say, this has been the transfers. Four possible, well, should I say, 2 players have left. Obviously, that being Callum Cook to Peterborough, Patrick Bamford to Leeds. Of course, there's Sergio Canos in there as well, and there's Luke Freeman. Will then 2 come in before Millwall on Saturday? Who knows? As far as we know, we don't know sort of any players that are coming in. We just know about the players going out. Good luck to all the Boro players that have left. Good luck for the rest of your career. And hopefully, let's say, before Millwall, hopefully we can bring in some key names. That can certainly help us this season, because I feel like, if Boro don't sign anyone right now, it might be a tough season, whereas I think, if Boro go and get some talent off the market, it might work in our favour. But like I say, this has been the Transfer News video. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. If you have, remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, as always, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for yet another video on the A.J.T YouTube channel. Until then, take care, and up the Boro.